Alright guys, we got Coalition-15 done, and we have a lot to talk about when it comes to this mission. First thing I want to talk about is the enemy composition, and this is really important for this particular map. Notice they only have one light tank. We're going to come back to that in just a second. So if we want to get this done, we need to do 10k damage plus assist, which is spotting and tracking, and then we need to spot 4 tanks and have our team kill them, as well as win if we want to get the secondary, which we do. So we are on Prokhorovka, best map for this by far. I guess Melanovka is a close second, but look at their light tank. He is not on the one line on this map, okay? And not only in that, is he's not even coming over here right now. Look what I've done. I've pushed up to the E line from the south side. This is normally where the north side light tank ends up, and I started on the south side and ended up here. This was amazing. I cannot stress enough, if you are a light tank on Prokhorovka, you need to go one line. You don't need to stay one line. You don't need to intend to camp on one of these bushes. You need to go one line. You need to spot the enemy light tank and stop them from doing what I'm doing right now. But thank you very much for allowing me to do this, because I've lit their TDs back there, and my team is just wrecking them between the heavies and TDs on the 1-2 line and the 3 RD that are on my team. It's happening. Also note that I am calling for damage on that target, and the team killed him. I'm going to do the same thing with the 183, and the Jaggy 100. He died while he was unspotted to me, but I had called for damage on him. That is absolutely critical. We're going to talk about why at the end of this. You need to be marking targets for your team. Now, this is another thing about Prokhorovka, or just passive scouting in general. When you see somebody come across like that, you just need to pucker up, not do a damn thing. You do not fire at him, you do not move, you don't panic. You just need to stay calm, focus on what you're doing, and hopefully your team will kill them, which they did. That light tank did not spot me, even though I'm not even running a camo net on this tank. Okay, no camo net on the AMX 13105. So I'm going to push up here because I need to be super aggressive to get this mission done. And frankly, I just need to be in front of my entire team so that I am getting all of the spotting damage. Even if I'm going to take damage here, which I am, so many tanks just hiding back here. I want to be the one to spot them. I screw up two of my shots. I desperately want to get behind this object so he doesn't kill me. Unfortunately, I just missed getting behind him. He pins me up against that line. Thank you, he missed. If he had hit me, I would have died, and that mission would be over. But look where we are right now. We are at 8,100 damage and assist. Like this is perfect spot. He missed again. I think he hit the gun of that dead artillery, which saved me there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a lot of damage in here, which really does help. The other thing that I would say is, if you intend to do any damage, and you can, my aim is terrible. I'm not good at tracking tanks as a light tank, particularly on the move. Try to track tanks. It really makes this much, much easier. So, we're in this weird situation. We have 8,400 combined. There's 5 enemy tanks left. We're only 4 minutes into this match, not even. There's 5 enemy tanks left. I need to be out in front again. I'm going to try to proxy spot this E100. Hopefully my arty is going to be hitting him. But I know that my team is right behind me, because they're hungry for damage. So they're going to push across this and start to do damage. And the only thing that I can do here, because now they're spotting, is pop across, track this guy, get my damage that I'm doing, as well as whatever damage they're going to do while he's tracked, because that counts, and then move on. I'm also going to reload my clip here, because I'm going to be running a pretty significant distance, and I need those 3 rounds in my clip, because I need to hit all 3 rounds to be able to do this, or guarantee that I do this. Now, I will say that Prokhorovka is the best map for this, but there are other maps to do this on, and we'll talk about those when we come to the end of this video. So now I'm going to spot their medium tank. and just hope that my team does damage. I don't want to fire because, frankly, it's a low probability shot, and I want to save shells for that last bit of damage to circle a tank or something like that. Unfortunately, I know that I can't cross in front of the heavy here because he will likely one-shot me, so I didn't want to make that move, which means that I'm not getting spotting for that medium tank that's down there, and there's really no good way for me to angle to hit that heavy to get this done. So I try to pop up and spot the medium again, but my team already wrecks him. I need 150 damage, not even, to get this done. One last shot. Here it is. Final shot, and I miss. 9,881 damage, and I did not complete the mission, or so I thought. Okay, but the mission is done, completed with honors, and I'm going to tell you why. One simple reason: the perk designated target. If you remember, I was calling for Viz or calling for damage on those TDs on that one line. The designated target perk, and you could see the spotting that I did here was more than the spotting that the tracker registered. The designated target perk leaves those tanks lit for 2 extra seconds once they are not lit for you. So when those already hit and killed those tanks right as the tanks went invisible to me, that damage counted as assist. That is huge for getting this done. So I thought I was just shy. I was actually well over the 10K to get this done. So let's talk about what you need to get this done. You need an AMX 13105 or a BatChat 25T. I honestly don't know if there's for the average player, if there's another way to get this done, quite frankly. I'm sure if you're a super unicum and you're amazing at the game, you could do this in whatever tank you want, but you're going to do it in a 13105 or a BatChat 25T if you're just like me, an average player. Okay. You need to be super, super aggressive. There was a lot of times where I had some good conditions and I was super aggressive trying to get it done, and I just died. You're just going to have to accept that, and you're going to have to queue and queue and queue over and over and over again to get this done. I did 153 matches in the AMX 13105 to get this done. That's a lot of matches. So it is going to take some commitment on your part to get this done. But I will say that most of those matches, there was almost no chance of me getting this done. Okay. Because this mission is so dependent on the map and a bunch of other conditions that are completely and totally out of your control. So many times I had a great visibility on enemy tanks and just couldn't get my team to fire on them. Or frankly, there are just maps that there's just no way that you're going to get this done, or it's so improbable to get this done that you're just not going to get it done on certain maps, and you're just going to play the match like normal. A great example is Himmelsdorf. I actually like the map. It's terrible for spotting, and because because you're in a light tank, it's very hard to do tracking damage in a light tank. First of all, particularly when you're shooting at heavies, the map is so close quarters that you're not going to be doing any spotting damage. I got Himmelsdorf a lot in those 150 some odd matches. You know how many times I got Prokhorovka? Twice. I got Malinovka, which is the other great map for this, probably 5 times. There's a couple other great maps for this, so I almost got it done. Lakeville, phenomenal map for spotting. Redshire, Sand River, also another great one. Highway is another great one. So there are great maps to get a great amount of spotting and assist damage. The other thing that I would say is turn on all of the game modes because Assault and Encounter are great for this. They also give you increased chances to get maps like Prokhorovka and Malinovka. Although I didn't have much success in doing this in grand battles, and frankly, I didn't get a lot of grand battles when doing this, just because of the pure HP pool that's available, I suspect that you can get this done in a grand battle as well. So I know this is probably one of the most difficult missions because it's so dependent on the map, particularly if you're not a crazy good player. But queue up your AMX 13105. That's the tank that I would do it in. If it's not available, queue up your Batchat and just run those tanks over and over and over until you get the conditions to get this done in. This one is really hard, guys. It's one of the most difficult missions in Operation Chimera, but with persistence, particularly when it comes to matchmaking, you will get this one done, guys. We have one mission to go. We have Alliance 15. I've been saving that one to the end, but hopefully I'll have that done soon. Good luck, guys, and I will see you on the next one.